doing all these things, jumping cars like that and revving engines up, etc. It's expensive, and you've got to be keen and have a lot of money to do it, because jumping a car like that can really do a lot of damage to your suspension and various other things and put them all out of alignment. But it's fun at the time. It costs probably a couple of hundred or maybe a couple of $1,000s to put it right if you really want to have that car back in shape again. But like all things, transport does cost a lot of money, and diesel and petrol are heavily taxed, and especially in Britain, and of course in overseas as well, because it is a source of funding for governments. And I've got a very serious message, and that is that fuel cells are the held down, hidden story of this age, because they can convert water into a gas called Brown's gas, as no more than a small egg cupful at any stage within the system, so there's no danger to it. It all comes from water in any event, so it's very safe. But the thing that I want to tell you about is that we did an installation of a fuel cell just the other day on a Mercedes-Benz, and the engine was pumping out 1.75 emissions at the back. That was the test. Once we'd done the installation, it dropped to 0.85, and then 2 days later, the retest, it was down to 0.75. That distance between the two was fuel that was not being wasted. It was fuel that was actually being burnt. So instead of coming in and having to depress your accelerator by 2 inches, you're only having to press it by 1 inch to do the same job. That is a huge saving. So you can save up to 40% and more on petrol, depending on the terrain and how the type of driving. But also, it can clean the engine up, because now you're burning all the particulates, and them sticking on valves and ports and everything else is actually getting less out, and therefore cleaning up the engine. And the other thing is, of course, it's running cooler. And so besides the emissions reduction, which is huge, better than 60%, all the cost of fuel and everything will be down. Up here you can see the fuel cell, our email address at info@tfuelcell.com. You can write to us there. But if you really want to have a look at the site, it's www.tfuelcell.com. That's www.tfuelcell.com. So you use the same wording there, tfuelcell.com. And just put a www in the front, no dot. So there we are. But incidentally, either side of me are fuel cells. This one on this side is for trucks, and this one is for small vehicles. This one can go in trucks, buses, and all sorts of things. And it's got a feeder as well. Thank you very much for listening, and this is Barry Thornton signing off. Thank you very much.